The Great Pumpkin Parade. Once upon a time in a tiny town called Spooksville, Halloween was the most magical day of the year. The streets were lined with pumpkins of all shapes and sizes, ghosts fluttered around like paper lanterns, and the smell of candy filled the air. But the best part of Halloween in Spooksville wasn't the tricks or the treats, it was the Great Pumpkin Parade. Every year, the townsfolk would carve their pumpkins in the wildest, wackiest, and most wonderful ways. Some pumpkins had glowing wizard hats, others had creepy cat faces, and one year, there was even a pumpkin dressed like a rocket ship. But the grandest of them all was the pumpkin grown by the Pumpkin King, an old, jolly farmer named Mr. Tater. This year, however, something very unusual happened. When Mr. Tater went to pick his pumpkin, it wasn't there. "What in the cobwebs?" he muttered, scratching his head. He searched high and low in his pumpkin patch, calling out, "Come on out, my shiny orange friend. It's Halloween." But no pumpkin appeared. He looked at the empty patch and gasped. A tiny note was stuck to the fence. It read, "Dear Mr. Tater, we have borrowed your pumpkin for a little adventure. Don't worry, we'll return it in time for the parade. The Pumpkin Bandits, asterisk asterisk." "Pumpkin Bandits?" Mr. Tater said. "Now, I've heard of tricky ghouls, but this is something else." Determined not to let his pumpkin miss the parade, Mr. Tater set off to find it. He grabbed his trusty lantern and marched through the town, knocking on doors, asking everyone, "Have you seen my pumpkin?" At Mrs. Banshee's bakery, he found a clue. "Oh yes," she said, handing him a gingerbread back cookie. "I heard the Pumpkin Bandits were headed toward the spooky forest." Mr. Tater thanked her and hurried to the forest. There, beneath the towering trees, he spotted something unusual, a trail of pumpkin seeds. With each step, the seeds grew larger and larger, leading him to a big, glowing pumpkin. But it wasn't just any pumpkin, it had legs, arms, and a big, goofy grin. "Wait a minute," Mr. Tater said. "That pumpkin looks alive." The pumpkin gave a cheeky giggle. "I'm the Pumpkin King now. Thanks for the ride, Mr. Tater." Suddenly, a whole bunch of pumpkins started rolling around him, all with arms, legs, and mischievous grins. "We're the Pumpkin Bandits," they cheered in unison. "You mean, you took my pumpkin for fun?" Mr. Tater asked, laughing. "Well, I should have known it wasn't just about the parade for you mischievous pumpkins." The pumpkin with the crown smiled. "We were trying to bring extra fun to the parade. We've got ideas for pumpkin costumes, pumpkin dances, and pumpkin songs." And just like that, the Great Pumpkin Parade became more than anyone could have imagined. The Pumpkin Bandits joined in, leading the parade with pumpkin cars, pumpkin bouncers, and even a pumpkin marching band. Everyone laughed and danced, and the pumpkins played their instruments with delight. From that Halloween on, the Great Pumpkin Parade became a mix of spooky fun and silly pumpkin antics, all thanks to Mr. Tater's special pumpkin and the playful Pumpkin Bandits. And so, the pumpkins rolled off into the night, their grins glowing in the moonlight, ready for the next Halloween adventure. The end. Hey, ATB Pierce! If you loved this video, click that like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Or suggest stories you want, and we might just shout you out in the next video. Let's keep the good vibes rolling.